Well, hello there, Taurus. Welcome to Aries Moon Arcana. I'm Kaya, and I'm going to be doing a tarot reading, specifically a love tarot reading for your sign. I changed my schedule around a little bit, so I'm going to be doing love readings the first or second week of every month. It depends on how the weeks get shifted, but you can see the whole schedule below. Anyway, yeah, so that's pretty much it. So I pulled an oracle message for you to just get kind of an idea of what we're working with here. And I got the Two of Swords reversed. We've got a new deck in the mix too, by the way. I bought the Fountain Tarot deck and I'm obsessed with it. It's gorgeous. So we get the Two of Swords reversed. So basically, I'm seeing some sort of choice that needs to be made. Maybe you've been sitting on the fence for a while and it's just not gonna cut it anymore and you can't really sit. Ooh, hello. Rogue hair. So yeah, there's some sort of choice that needs to be made here and it's time to get it together. So, you know, I won't know about the details until we get right into it. So let's get right into it. If this doesn't resonate with you and you're totally not into it and you're not feeling me at all, check your moon, rising, or Venus signs, because sometimes those can make more sense. This is, you know, for all Tauruses, so I'm sure I'm not going to hit on every single Taurus. That'd be wild and I'd be completely famous if that were the case, which is not true. So yeah, so just if it doesn't work for you, don't just check out and leave. If you like my voice and my style, you can check out the other videos. So that's that. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, first, as usual, we're gonna just cleanse them up. You want all the other energy out of here. All about them Taurus, y'all. Taurus needs to make a choice. Let's find out what it is. You could be in a love triangle. You could be just moving and grooving and there's two people that are interested in you. And you're like, hey, I have to figure out what to do. Maybe you're in a relationship and you don't know if you want to stay or go, but the other person's starting to put pressure on you. You know, there's just some sort of challenging love choice that you're gonna have to pay attention to. I'm hoping it's that like there's a bunch of people hitting on you because that's just super fun. Who doesn't love that? Cross watchers, sorry, don't get offended. But if it's true of everybody. We like attention. It feels nice to know that we're still viable. So let's do it. Let's just see how it goes because this could go in any direction. And I don't want to, you know, play the conjecture game for too long. So let us see. What's up with Taurus? What is our Taurus love reading for July? Oh, by the way, sorry I forgot to mention in the beginning, this is going to be through August 6th, so it's going to be for the next month. So let's see here. Five of Cups reversed, King of Cups, Ace of Swords reversed, Lovers reversed. Ooh, we've been through a little bit of a thing, hey? I think that's it. I don't think I need to pull another card. I think you may have been through a little bit of a roller coaster here. I'm seeing some energy of like being swept off your feet by someone, perhaps. I'm seeing that there's like someone, I guess this is specific to the single ones, single Taurus. I'm just seeing kind of like somebody kind of dicked you over in the past. You're working on healing yourself. You're getting over the pain that was caused. You're healing. You're finally coming into your own. And then somebody just kind of comes in and just blows your mind. And is like, hi, I'm here. I can help you. I know that you're sad. Let me show you that like love is real, and makes you kind of believe in love again almost. But it can be very cloudy to you and clouding. I know a lot of Taurus like to take things slow. So overwhelming like affirmations of love right up front can kind of freak them out. So if this is a cross watcher, take it easy, love your Taurus, but don't overwhelm your Taurus. Because I'm seeing sort of like, it's true, and there are true intentions here. It's good stuff. But it's clouding the Taurus judgment. It's really like overwhelming the senses and overwhelming their like sense of self, because Taurus do really like to spend time alone and be on their own and do their own thing. And sometimes when they get into relationships with people that are clingy or emotional, which I'm seeing a very emotional person here that swoops in, they get really overwhelmed by those emotions. And by they, I mean you, Taurus. Sorry, this is a reading for you. I should be talking directly to you. But yeah, I know that it gets you guys a little like off kilter, to not have your routines in place, and it can be very clouding, and it can make it feel like you're not as clear on your own personal path and your own personal goals. And I think that maybe that's the energy that I'm getting, is that there's kind of a tearing between those two things. So maybe you're sort of choosing between, the choice is it me that I choose, or is it this other person that I choose? Like the relationship, because things, when you get overwhelmed, nothing's balanced. Your Lover's card is reversed here. So when you're overwhelmed, you don't have a lot to give, and you don't want to give. You want to like hold on to what you've got and hold on to it tight, because I think that cloudiness makes you uneasy, and it makes you really clam up and shut down. So the other person, who is the opposite of you, very much the opposite, you could even be dealing with a Scorpio, some sort of scorpionic energy or water energy, water sign. It could be Pisces or Cancer also, but there's some sort of overly emotional energy that's coming in that really wants you to make a decision. And that's what I was saying. There might be a little pressure to stop sitting on the fence. And you know, I mean, I don't think that their intentions are true. I don't think that they're doing anything, like they're not being pushy in like a really shitty or abusive way. I just feel like your pulling away is making them feel a little bit insecure, because they feel like they've kind of really opened up to you, because this person knows how to open up really fast and really easily and doesn't have a problem with it. You are not that way. You're also still healing from other stuff, you know? You're still also like, you're pretty guarded yourself with your emotions. So, you know, I think that your ability to kind of pull away freaks this other person out and makes them feel a little more emotional and need to cling a little bit harder, which is not going to work for you. But just try to understand where they're coming from too, Taurus. You know, they're just feeling a little insecure with good reason. You're cloudy and pulling away. It makes sense to me. There's trouble in paradise here, and they can tell and they can sense that. And I think sometimes you have the tendency to sort of like just brush people off without explaining what's going on, almost like a ghosting energy. I don't think you're ghosting this person necessarily, but some of you definitely could be. I'd say don't ghost. Just give them something that helps them understand what's going on, and set your boundaries so that you can create space for yourself. But don't just cut them off, because they're going to have a really, really hard time understanding, and likely they're going to blame themselves, when in reality, you're just like, I just need some space. I just need to be on my own for a little while. So yeah, communication is going to be key. But I think you're going to have a hard time communicating in that way until you decide whether or not this person is important enough to you to really want to keep them around and ask them for patience while you take your time off. So yeah, I think that's the decision, is like, I don't think it's choosing between two people. I think it's choosing between yourself, your independence, and being with another person. Now, I think that that's a self-made choice. I don't think that that's a reality, because I think you can always choose yourself, even when you're in a relationship with somebody else. And if that other person, this very emotional person, is making you feel like you have to choose between you or them, that's unhealthy. And they're trying to set you up for a super codependent situation, which you should not be doing. It's bad news, it's bad news. So in that way, I'm getting more of a Cancer vibe, honestly, but whatever. Whatever that means to you guys. So yeah, I'm seeing like, you think you need to be like, I'm either living my independent, single, happy, sexy life, or I'm like completely enthralled with this person and like, you know, two peas in a pod. But you can be both. You just have to be clear about your boundaries and what your needs are. And the love that's pouring into you is clouding your judgment and your ability to be very clear and direct about those things. So I see you struggling a little bit with that, with being able to express yourself. I think it'll be fine, obviously. It's not, whatever. It's not like the end of the freaking world. But I think that you are going to be asked to kind of clarify. You're going to be asked to clarify a little bit. So I'm going to start with the Five of Cups reversed here, because this is kind of you in your independent state. So this is like you before the love rush comes in, or the person shows up that just overwhelms you. And like when I say overwhelms you, I don't mean only that they're in love with you and you're not sure. I also mean like this could very well be that you're fully in love with this person too, and it freaks you out a little bit because you're not used to falling in love that quickly, but this person is just showing you so many wonderful qualities and traits that you feel that you deserve and have been looking for, that you're like, oh my God, like we've been in bed for 4 days. Like I have a job, like I run a business. I can't be doing this. And in that way it's clouding you, but like you had a really good time, right? So it's not just that this person's really into you and you're not sure about it. It's also very possible that it's a really wonderful thing, but that scares you because you're afraid that you can't be independent or be yourself when you're enmeshed with somebody else. And that's just fear, and I get it because you've been through some shit and you don't want to go through that again. You may be healing from some codependency issues right now and like really, really, really serious about not getting yourself into that situation. And this very watery, lovey, emotional person kind of gives you the red flags that this might be going in a codependent direction, which I can understand. I mean, that's a lot of the time water signs come off like that. So, very possible. Or they have strong water in their chart. They don't have to be a water sun. So yeah, I want to get some clarity here on this Five of Cups, because like I said, this is you on your own. This is your individual life before the love bomb strikes. All right, we got the Eight of Pentacles reversed, the Nine of Cups, and the Star. Yeah, I think you've been through some shit, like I said. The hard work is over, and you're just finally being able to be like, okay, I did my work. I really focused on healing and being like in a healthier mental position so that I can be in a healthier relationship. And now you're like, I did it, motherfucker. I did that shit. I fucking nailed it. You like got it. You got it. You got it right good. You're like chilling right now, feeling very satisfied, very happy. And that's always, always when the love shows up, right? When you're like, I don't need nothing. I'm fucking great. And then someone's like, I want that. I love you. I want that energy in my life all the time. And you're like, So yeah, I think you're fucking feeling groovy. So you're putting out some real sexy energy, really solid, loving, healthy, mentally healthy energy, because you're relaxed now. The work has been done. You're very relaxed right now. And I love that for you, Taurus. And it's not even like collapsing because you're just like, I have to rest or I'm not going to have enough energy to work tomorrow. It's not like that. You're like finally really like getting into a groove of like peace, and you're really healing in there. And I think that's what you're afraid of. That's what you're afraid of losing, is that like super fly fucking independent sexy ass energy, which I get. I mean, I've been there and I felt the same fear, so I completely understand it. But this love, I feel like this love is coming in. I don't know what you're going to do about it, but you're going to have to decide. But yeah, you're getting this King of Cups is like seemingly very emotionally stable, right? And I feel like you will feel very supported and very loved by this person. And I see that possibly being mutual too. It depends on your love language and your style. You never know. But there is a possibility of somebody being very, very deeply connected to you and deeply loving to you. Page of Cups, Five of Swords reversed, and the Emperor. This could be a business owner, somebody that runs their own show. They have their shit together. They have a real like offer of love that they want to give to you. They're really like, but they're like, it's at the very beginning stages too. So, I can see why you would be a little like, we don't even really know each other, but this person's like, I can tell. And you know what? Sometimes that's something that you can rely on. I've been in both positions in both situations, and you know, like on either side of that, and like it's been true. Sometimes you can just tell within minutes, and you're like, I may be scaring you, but like I love you. I've had it happen to me, and I've done it to other people, and it's been true every single time with no malice or anything fucked up. So I think this person knows, maybe you guys have known each other for a long time, or this person knows about you somehow, and they have been developing these feelings, and now things are opening up where they're just like, I love you, girl or boy, whomever. I love you, motherfucker. How's that? That's the universal one, right? And yeah, it's gonna really like, I think it's gonna drop your guard down a little bit too. You're gonna be very gentle. Seltzer break. You're gonna be very gentle because of this. It's gonna really like kind of soften you and make you like, oh wow, like this is so nice. And it's gonna just kind of make you feel, I don't know, almost like all the shitty things you've been through in your past are being kind of reconciled and healed up through this person kind of like massaging it and like making it feel better. So it could be very karmically healing for you too. This could be some twin flame energy I'm feeling. There could be something really radical going on. Emperor, this guy's a badass. He's the boss. Could be an Aries that you're dealing with. They could be very emotional too, so I wouldn't be surprised. Or somebody like me who has an Aries moon and is a Scorpio. So, you know, you've just got some water fire energy, which is where their passion comes from. And I'm sure you're attracted to that because passion is fucking super hot. But yeah, they have their shit together. So they have plenty of time to shower you with love because their shit is on lock. They've got a great job, or they run their own company or something like that where they're just solid. They know how to like compartmentalize or whatever. They know how to, or not even compartmentalize, they know how to bring all their compartments in to a whole all together. So they know how to like run the goddamn business and also be texting you kissy faces at the same time with ease. It's very easy for them. They're very intuitive with you. I'm feeling you feeling very supported and very loved. This could be like a love like you've never seen before, honestly, because you're like, whoa, how is this person so like together and solid? And they're like showing me all this love, and it's like overwhelming because maybe you're like, maybe this could be the one, and it's kind of like you've been asking for this forever. And then they show up and you're like, you like get scared because you're like, I'm getting what I wanted. This is freaking me the fuck out. So that's possible that you're a little nervous about it or scared about it. But you know, I see some good intentions with this person. You know, there's a lot of masculine energy. Like I am feeling like it's a dude. So I feel like I'm, you know, talking to the people who are dating men. But again, that could be, you know, role reversals, all that stuff. I read energy more, so I don't really read genders. It just doesn't really make sense to me. But if there's a heavy masculine energy here, so heavy masculinity, which, you know, that's some hot shit if you're into it. Ace of Swords reversed. So this is where it gets a little hinky for you, Taurus. You're like, oh my, how flattering. You're like very like feeling very loved, feeling very really like, you know, there's a lot of affection being thrown your way, a lot of nice stuff. Maybe it's not your love language, but you recognize it and appreciate it when it's being given to you. And like I said, you could be easily like falling into it and ignoring your own responsibilities, because that's what happens when you fall in love, right? You forget about all your responsibilities and everything's fine and it doesn't matter anymore because I'm in love. So I'm seeing a little bit of that, like getting swept off your feet. Also, I think that this other person, because they have this magical ability to do both to a T, like really successfully, and focus on you and their business and their work and stuff so successfully, that I think that you can do that too. And you're trying to kind of like do that yourself, and you're getting exhausted because you're not at that same level. I think they're older than you because of that, or more mature in some way. So they've had a lot of experience and they know that they can handle it and they can do it. And I think that you're like, I can do that too. And you're trying to do it, but you're falling behind, and your responsibilities are not being like tended to. And that's making you feel bad. It's not good for you to abandon your self-care routines, Taurus. It is not good at all. It can be really, really like overwhelming. So, I want you to, you know, recognize that that's what's going on. Because if you really are into this person, you can overcome all of this by just like making sure that you're setting boundaries and like doing the right things for yourself. Yeah, there's that. So, all right, so we get the Strength card, 2 of Pentacles reversed, right? Imbalance. You can't do this. Literally, that's the work-life balance card. So what did I say? You're having a hard time doing both like this motherfucker's doing. And then you get the 2 of Swords again. So this is where you start to realize it. This is what I'm saying. Your strength is being messed with because you're not focusing on your responsibilities because you're off honeymooning with this new love of yours, which is not a bad thing. I am never, ever, ever, ever going to say anything negative about fucking honeymoon phase stuff. Oh my God, it's the best time of life. It's the best time. It's the best thing that could ever happen to anyone is the first like 6 months of a relationship. It's the most fun. So, yeah, so I think that you're feeling really like imbalanced by all of that fun and that enjoyment that you're having. Your strength is being tested, your resolve is being tested, and you're letting it get out of balance. Your work-life balance is reversed. You're letting your strength get depleted. Like you know what I mean? You think that you can handle this. You think that you can do what this person does too. And like do both at once, and I don't think you're quite there yet. It's a skill. It's not something you can do or you can't do. It takes balance and practice, and you're not quite there. And so I think that what's going to happen for you once you hit that point is that you're going to be like, oh my God, I have to get out of here, or I have to decide, me or relationship. Which one is it? You aren't seeing that there's another option to just do those things and maintain the relationship, because I don't think you feel like that's something that you can do, because this is a very encompassing and engulfing relationship. But you're starting to feel, because of this imbalance and this strength like getting kind of like it's getting swooped away from you, that's when you start to be like, uh-oh, I'm gonna have to make a decision here, but I don't know what to do. Because you don't want to let it go because you love this person, right? Or you're like infatuated and you're in the throes of it. Yes, I believe true love can exist within the first day, month, year. Yes, of course. So no, I would never say it's too early to tell. I think that's bullshit. Absolutely, you can fall in love instantly. I fully believe that. So I think you're really pulling both sides here. You're really like love at first sight or my life. And that's typically that's a decision that's pretty easy to make. If you really have to make it, you got to choose your life. But I think you're really enthralled with this person. I don't think you want to have to make the choice, so you're avoiding it. You're avoiding that. And you're also avoiding fully diving into the relationship. So you won't commit now, and you won't leave. So and that's where you're at this point in the reading, right? We end with the 2 of Swords reversed. We end with this point. Well, not end because I have more cards to pull, but you know what I mean. This is like the ultimate tale that is being told. So you're at this point in the reading now. Now you're like, oh fuckity fuck. I gotta goddamn figure out what to do here. And you don't want to do either. You don't want to do either because you're like, no, but I love this person, but my life is falling apart. But I love this person, but my life is falling apart. And they can tell and they can feel it. And like I said, they're going to be like, whoa, 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 what's going on? We were so in love and so happy and things were going so well. I don't understand where'd you go? You know, they're looking at you like, where are you right now? Where's the love? I'm confused. And I don't know if you know how to have that clarity to really be honest with them and say, my life is feeling out of balance because of this relationship, and I'm feeling like I need to take some time off to really rebalance things. I don't know if I'm ready to be in a relationship right now because of how much it's imbalancing me, and I'm still working on my healing stuff. You know, like, I don't know if you're really at the point where you're ready to communicate that. We're gonna see here. I want to get this clarity for this Lovers reversed, because I see you breaking up this connection out of this fear of this choice that you feel you need to make. and you're sitting on that goddamn fence. Horde. So you're sitting on a fence, and Taurus, if I know you well, you motherfuckers can sit on a fence. Oh, forever. So that other person's probably going a little crazy at this point. Like, what's happening? 6 of Wands, 8 of Swords, and then the 6 of Swords. You don't know what to do. I think you see both sides. I think you're being really realistic. But you're like, I want to like be in love, but I also need to be really realistic. I see two, this is so funny to me because this looks like the same person that takes 2 different paths, right? This person takes one path and is like, dun 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 dun, I made the right choice and I'm so happy. This person takes the other path and is like, but I'm sad. And this is like the self-victimization. So they chose, the person who got to this point chose whatever thing to do, and it got them to this point. And you just don't know what the fuck to do. There's that 6 of Swords reversed. There's no moving on from it. There's no, I think you want to stay with this person. I think you love them. I do. And I think you can have success and victory. I'm just trying to guide you to the concept of like, you can have both, my friends. You do not have to choose just one. And this is where you're going to have to make that decision, because it's creating conflict now, where the other person is starting to feel really hurt and scared that you're gonna take off. And like I said, they might be a little needy or emotional, and it might be like maybe grating on your nerves a little bit, I don't know. Or if you have a lot of compassion, maybe you're just like, I get it, I do, I don't know what to do here. You're having a hard time choosing because you're afraid of which path your life is gonna go down. But you're not, that's 6 of Swords reversed. You're not moving on from it, and you're also not committing to it, and you're on that fence. Damn, I still don't know. So hopefully with our Fountain Tarot deck now, maybe we can get some outcome cards, please. Or if we missed any messages, I'd prefer an outcome card, because I wanna know what you guys choose. I wanna know what you guys decide to do. Right? I'm sure you want some advice with that too. Like I said, I think you can stay in the relationship. If you're really, really in love with this person, I think all you need to do is remember your independence and communicate in a healthy way. And this person, you know, because they're so emotional and solid, they'll understand. If you communicate in a healthy way and in a loving way, they'll totally get it, and they'll give you the space that you need. So like, don't be afraid of them not understanding. Give them the opportunity. Tell them the truth and give them an opportunity to react however they need to react, or respond however, whatever you want to say. So, you know, you don't have to control how they feel about it, Taurus. I know you guys like to do that sometimes. So let's see what we end up with. There's the Death card, and there's the 6 of Coins. So, you know, the Death card to me is really, I think that ultimately a choice will be made, because the Death card means intense transitions. This is also one of the most gorgeous Death cards I've ever seen in my life. I know it's spooky, but like I said, I'm a Scorpio. I'll fucking love it. It's so beautiful. And then you get the 6 of Coins. So basically I'm seeing some sort of, you're gonna have to change something. You're gonna have to go through kind of like an ego renegotiation. That's also what I like to think about the Tower card too. Just like you're gonna go through a transition here. I think with either one. I think whichever one you decide to do, whether you keep this person in your life and maintain the relationship and work on yourself throughout, or you decide to say goodbye, bye-bye, the Death card can go with either one, right? Because you're gonna need to put away and get rid of these concepts that have kind of haunted you forever, which is that you need to choose between yourself or your relationship, or yourself or your job, or like it's kind of this like ultimatum sort of energy that you've maybe had for your whole life, and that needs to change now. And I think that's what you're starting to discover through this process, because ultimately we get to the 6 of Coins, which is a very balanced energy. It's the give and take energy. It's especially, I like to think of it in terms of relationships as emotional support back and forth. So there's a lot of like balance going on here. Rebalancing from where that 2 of coins was over here in reverse. Now we're at the 6 of coins where it's upright and it's balanced. So you're gonna have to put an end to something. Now you can choose to put an end to the relationship, but it's gonna just throw you right back into that like ultimatum either or sort of thinking that's gonna get you back into the same position. And you may, you know, like you may regret down the line losing someone that you really cared about just because you weren't ready to change that part of you. So I would suggest taking a look at that if that's part of your like past or pattern or history, is to kind of like be really extreme and have 2 options and then choose one and get rid of the other and never think about it again. And like the extremes that you go through, I think need to be, you need to take a look at those because you do want some balance. And I think the only way that that's really going to come in is through a deep transformation there. Or you could just kill the relationship and then get your balance back on your own. But then I think by the time, I think this person will understand, but you know, you may really like damage the free flow of energy. So like where you're at right now with that love, like total love, I think that if you decide to just say fuck off to this person, I gotta get my shit together, and then go off, find your balance, and then ask them back into your life, I think you'll find that it'll be extremely difficult to get that relationship back up to the honeymoon phase energy again. I think that energy will have faded because you're gonna break this person's heart. They'll be understanding. I think they're emotionally pretty stable and solid, but you're gonna really hurt them, and it's gonna take a long time to get past that. So just keep that in mind before you decide. But like I said, I think you can do both, and I think you just need to work on transforming deep inside that ability that you have to kind of give yourself ultimatums. They're not healthy. If another person gave you an ultimatum, likely you would say, go fuck yourself. So you can't really do it to yourself either, because that's bad news. That's not nice. So yeah, I think you have a choice to make. You have to make a choice, but I don't think you have to make such a drastic choice. And I think you should really sit with it, understand it, and then just work on your life, whether you're in love or not. That's it. You got to do that. You have to stay independent, but then you can be in a relationship with somebody else, skip right over the codependent part and get to interdependent, where you're both working really, working in tandem at the same time, paralleling each other, working hard and getting your shit together, which this person is clearly able to do. So yeah, it's time for you to kind of figure that stuff out. This could have been going on over the last year or something too. Like it could be an ongoing thing for you. But now, this is the month where things start to bubble to the surface. So anyway, that's about that. So if you're still with me, Taurus, it means that it spoke to you, and that's wonderful. Like, subscribe, share, and comment if that's the case. I love feedback. It's very helpful for me. New schedule is in the description box below, as stated earlier, I believe I said. I do personal readings also. My Etsy store is down below in the description box too. And that is that. Thanks, Taurus. I'll see you next week for your money and career reading. Hey! Okay, I know we all love money and careers. Okay, bye.